You want a war? You're going to get one.
What was that? He had enough time for one more play.
He had an opportunity to win that game.
But the referee screwed us. The brother screwed us.
I'm upset, but
the brother screwed us.
At least they fought back and tried.
Only Cowboys game.
You literally.
The brother screwed us. The brother screwed us. We had one man opportunity for one more play.
Dallas still stinks. Yo, by the way, Kick Dig back here, and welcome to day 2 of training camp. Hope everybody is doing well. Hope you guys are all hanging in there. Let me switch that up here. Like, better audio here, I think, with this one. Hope everybody's doing well. We are in day 2, and we got to start with something a little concerning. I think it went from not a big deal to concerning overnight, as far as I'm concerned. But before we do that, what is going on, everybody? Araka, the Flying Mayan, Lou, Caleb, what's happening? Crowley, Twits, what's going on? Stone Money Man, Fashawn, Nathan, Laceyford, thank you for being here. JP, Nathan, Jeff. Anybody I missed, I apologize as everybody's coming in. Did you guys see the Vic Fangio press conference today? He had a press conference. In it, he talked about Jonathan Grenard. And yesterday we were hearing that Grenard was essentially strained. It sounded like, might be a week or two, something like that. Nothing too big. But it seems like it could be a bigger factor than we were thinking. It seems like he could miss most of preseason training camp, which would put him really behind. Alicia Parks wrote this. Vic Fangio says it remains to be seen if Grenard will practice in training camp. He is on the PUP. Grenard will miss a good part of camp. Said it remains to be seen if he will be able to be on the field before game 1. I mean, geez. So the problem really is that Grenard is coming over and he's got a lot of new things that they wanted to do with him, things that he hasn't done before, and he's really going to be behind the 8 ball. So I think this is something that we have to be concerned about. We'll see. Other than that, the Birds are on the field practicing, and it should be an interesting day. There was Fangio practicing earlier. I don't know how to stretch out this screen. I don't know what's going on with that. Vic Fangio also said Moro Jomo needs to basically get paid. He said Howie needs to save money for him too. He wants Ojomo back, which is very cool, but I don't know how we're going to afford that. So let's say Vic Fangio also said the experiment of Jahad Campbell as a full-time player is pretty much over. And there's Hurts warming up, doing practicing. I'll tell you one thing about Hurts. He looks thinner. Doesn't he look thinner and faster? Man, he looks really, really like he came in shape. He will be ready for opening day. I hope so. The question is so much that he's ready for opening day. It's like, for all the things that they want to do with him that he hasn't done before, how long is it going to take for Grenard to adjust? That's my question. How long does it take him to adjust? And on the flip side of that, if you're Nolan Smith, like, dude, you got to make your move. Like, you've got to make your move now. As far as I'm concerned, guys stretching. No crying in football. No, there's no crying in football. Being concerned is not crying. doing 90 videos like Mark Holmes is crying. Pin, member for 16 months. Thank you so much, man, for your support. Pause, no Diddy. Absolutely. He needs to get surgery. Is it true? Does he really need surgery, artists? Eagles should be Brandon. Well, I think that's got to open a door for Brandon Graham. Does it open a door? Do you fool around with a Crosby trade as well, if possible? Because I kind of felt like the Jalen Carter signing kind of took you out of that. Does the fact that you could lose Grenard maybe till training camp or to week 1? I mean, it's only week 1, but it's just like he's going to be behind the 8 ball. Like, he's going to miss all of camp where he was going to really needed to be there, get used to doing some new things. Now he's going to come in. He's going to, even if he's ready to go week 1, how long does it take him to get in shape? How many snaps can he get at the beginning? And then how quickly can he get caught up on what he's expected to do with Vic Fangio? So I don't know. I don't know how you handle it. But it's disappointing. We definitely need Grenard out there. Get Bear Champ. Absolutely. I'm not worried about Johnston at all. He's a veteran. He is a veteran. And that's the good thing. He's a veteran. And he should be able to handle it. But, yeah, it definitely behind the 8 ball. Nick, thank you for super chat, my man. Eagles sign or trade for an edge if they're worried. Yeah. I mean, look, they got some depth, and we're not talking about the regular season. We're just talking about being behind where he needs to be once he comes back. Like, I wondered, like, I hate to see him trying to play catch-up all season. Nathan said, good point on Nolan Smith. I mean, Nolan Smith, man, here's your window. Like, here's your opportunity. That's how I see it. Hey, Philly 500 conspiracy theory. He's not hurt. They're testing out Nolan Smith. Maybe a trade, maybe death. Grenard is fine. Interesting. Yeah, that's quite a theory. Could you imagine? Why, if Grenard is really hurt, they can't trade Nolan Smith. But if they're trying to build his value up, yeah, maybe. I like the conspiracy theory though. John, thank you for the super chat. I don't get the under center hype. If he couldn't do it in 24 with the historic run game and offensive line, they would still bottom 10, 20. Yeah, and thank you for the super chat. Here's my thoughts on it. When you hear them say, well, he can't throw over the middle, or he can't throw the short passes. He can't do this. He can't do that. It's like, I don't believe it. They just choose not to do it for whatever reason. And then the narrative becomes he can't do it. It's like Jordan Davis. It's like Jordan Davis is an exceptional athlete, tests off the chart, physically is in shape now. And people say, well, he can't play 3 downs. What do you mean he can't play 3 downs? He's very, very talented. Now he's conditioned. Why do people think he can't do it? So I don't believe it. I think Hurts can play under center. Maybe he didn't want to play under center. Maybe they didn't want him to play under center. I really believe that when it comes to it, people are going to really be surprised how inept the coaching was offensively last year. And I think people will be surprised. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll admit it. If Hurts goes out there and shits the bed and all the same problems remain and we try to change and he couldn't do it, then I'll be the first one to say I was wrong. But I believe it's coaching. Tiffany says 500, we'll be just fine. There's other guys that step up. He's a vet though. Yeah, I get it. I'm not ringing the bell for like emergency. I'm just saying I get a little worried about him trying to catch up all year because they're asking him to do different things. Save some money for Ojomo, Howie. Vic is awesome. He really is. Yeah, I think Brandon Graham's coming back too. Let's see here. Let's see. I don't know how to blow this thing up. So there you go. Barkley, Hurts. There you go. Lining up. Running drills. There's Jordan Davis out there dancing. There's a defensive line. I think the man that's going to have the monster year is Jalen Hunt. Jalen Hunt had a big day yesterday, by the way. Not enough people were talking about it. He had a big day. Brandon, what's going on? I think his injury could be serious and begin. They all say nothing is wrong with the players until they're out for multiple weeks. Yeah, I know. Sometimes they, especially in training camp, they hold back because they don't have to give you specific injury updates like they do during the regular season. So they can hold it back. It really, the way it came off yesterday was day to day, week to week, he'd be fine. No need to worry. Today it's, yeah, he may miss a lot of time, and it's a shame because we want him to do a bunch of different things he's never done, and now we're going to have to play catch up. That's what sucks. But you know what? They'll figure a way. You got a vet, a guy who's done it before, and you got Vic Fangio. Non-football question 500. Do you think the Sixers team is the most talented team LeBron James has ever played on? I'm expecting at least one championship. The most talented team he's ever played on? I don't know about that, but geez, it may be one of the most talented teams I can remember the Sixers playing on. I mean, I was really young in '83, but I mean, look, they could very well win. They could. I was concerned about Grenard because teams usually pay their own pass rushers because it's one of the most valuable positions, and it seems the Eagles were the only team trying to trade for him. Well, there were a few other teams, but yeah, I mean, when how often do teams like to let pass rushers go? I get it. I just don't know enough about Minnesota's situation to say, like, yeah, that's what it is. Vic Fangio said Jonathan Grenard commits a lot of camp. Will he be ready for week 1? Remains to be seen. We will see. You think he needs surgery? He don't need surgery. If the fuck do you know strain is? I don't think he needs surgery. I don't know if he needs surgery. I was just reading a comment. They are. So these are coming in from practice. What's up, man? How are you? What's up, Big D? How are you, man? I'm good. Hurts is looking to put the legal man. Hurts looks like the one thing you notice with Hurts right away is he looks fast. Like he looks like I haven't seen him look like that for a few years, and he's definitely thinner than he was. I think Hurts is in tremendous shape. Really, one of the other things that people haven't talked a lot about is I think people didn't really talk a lot about Jalen Hunt yesterday because I think he had a great day. And then the other thing was that Nick Sirianni said that this team came in tremendous shape. Like from the top to the bottom of the roster, they are in great shape. They all passed their physical tests that they do with flying colors. So everybody put the work in this all season, and Hurts is no exception. We shouldn't be concerned. Trust me. No, I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. Linda, thank you for super chat. Grenard being put on the pup list is a stroke of genius for Howie. It opens a spot for the roster for another player. That's true. It definitely does. And thank you for super chat. It definitely opens up a spot. And with the pup, you don't, as long as he's not going into the regular season on the pup where you miss first 4 games, they can take him off at any time. So you're right in that aspect. I didn't hear anything on Juergens, but Dickerson, I heard looked good. I heard he looked thinner, so I haven't really seen him, but we'll see. People said at minicamp he was They said he was whatchamacallit, limping at camp at mini camp. So doesn't sound like any of that is an issue. Geez, look at Hurts, man. He looks thin. He's in tremendous shape. Dude, if Hurts got that extra step, extra gear this year, league's in big trouble. Screaming Paranormal, thank you for the super chat. How are you? A5, I just got here. Catch me up. We're just going through the videos that are coming in from camp right now. Nothing too much. We're talking about Jonathan Grenard and the fact that he may miss a little more time than we initially thought, but we'll be fine. I don't know if after the season we could keep Ojomo. He's going to demand a lot of money. Yeah, I think that if you want Ojomo, you kind of, I think, got to try to get him done in season, because if he has a year like Mitch Williams, a lot of people think he's going to, that's $25 million a year. Grenard's a good player though. Ojomo. I'm sorry. Grenard needs to be back up to speed for week 3. First 2 games can survive without him. True. I agree with that. Rolo, thank you for the super chat. Trotter Jr. going to make an impact this year. He's definitely going to earn the axe, man. Oh, yeah. Look, I thought Trotter looked good. Every time we got a chance to see him last year, I thought he looked good. And from everything we're hearing, he looks like he really looks good now. He's a legit player. How about Darius Cooper? Well, he had a good day yesterday. He made probably the best catch yesterday at camp. I think he's gonna have to rise up that depth chart, but if he can, I would love it. John Davis super chat. I already know he can't do it. He can't read the defense or do pre-snap reads. If he did, film study would show up on the field. Yeah. Well, I respect your opinion, but I don't believe you get to this level and he can't do it. I think Hurts could do it. But I mean, we'll find out. We're going to find out. And the one thing about Hurts, say what you want, guy wins. GM500, the hype season is real. Hell yeah. How he doesn't resign? No, he usually doesn't. No, they used to do it a lot, and then they stopped doing it. You're correct. But if you were given an opportunity, like a certain situation, like let's say you go to a Jomo and you realize you could do it. If you do it now, you can sign him. I mean, you're just gonna have to do it. The great thing about Howie is not like, people are always like, well, Howie doesn't do this or Howie doesn't do that. Howie doesn't draft Howie doesn't pay running backs. Howie doesn't draft wide receivers. Howie doesn't, in the first round. Like we hear these things all the time, but he does it when necessary. So if the opportunity presents itself, he will do it. I love how calm Hurts stays at all times. Remind me of Goku when he reached Super Saiyan 2 and was walking around in Super Saiyan 1. Dude, you're going to kill me. But what the hell is a Super Saiyan? I have no idea what that is. I don't. Who's Goku? I know Grok on X. Yeah, baby. How we doing, 5-0? We're doing good, man. How are you? There you go. Look, Hurts made a little throw over the middle. He can do it. Look. Now he can do it in game. Doesn't watch Dragon Ball. No, I don't watch There's only like 2 cartoons I would watch. No, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. No Super Bowl parties, commercial, back focus, go Birds. Oh, yeah. How dare you, Lots, it's Dragon Ball Z. I remember Voltron. You just lost a lot of fans. I probably did. But the good thing is the fans that are mad at me for not knowing what it is. At least I'm not shitting on it. Like, I have no complaints. I have no bad opinions of it. I just literally have never watched it. You would figure 500 was at least familiar with it. Nah, I never watched it. I've heard of it, but I thought it was a video game, to be honest with you. Yeah, it's anime. Yeah. I remember Voltron. If you watch two cartoons, it definitely should be one of them. I watched the old Beavis and Buttheads from like the 90s. And then I watch, I think some of those DC comics sometimes are the cartoons, sometimes are better stories than the other movies. That's about it. Hey, dude, how old are you? Dragon used to come to you. I'm 51. I'm 51 years old. It was never on when I was coming up. More pictures of Hurts. Look how fast he looks, just moving. Like he looks like he's got that burst. You know, maybe some people say he didn't have it a year ago. Yeah, Beavis Butthead was great. But no, I haven't watched it. Beavis and Butthead is trash compared to Dragon Ball Z. I have no opinion either way. That's the great thing. I'm not going to trash it, so you don't have to leave me because I'm not going to trash it. But I don't know what it is. You're 50. Oh, you're 58. Okay. Oh, you should we're like 40, 45. Come on. I look like I'm 25. What are you talking about? Rick and Morty. No, I haven't watched it. I do know what that is, but I haven't watched it. Yeah, I remember the Three Stooges when I was little. I remember the reruns on TV, like being sick early in the morning, having a flu, and like being on the couch, and the Three Stooges are on. Yeah, I remember that. There you go. Some more clips. Here we got Makai Lemon and DeVonta. Get that music off. Look, man, I tell you what. The more I watch Makai Lemon, the more I like him. Wicks is a great mystery for me. What is he going to be? Yeah, well, see, thank you. I appreciate that. All right, offensive line working. I think it's a big question, the new offensive line coach. I mean, trying to replace Stoutland, Solar opposites were pretty good. The beginning was better, but then the end. I remember Thundercats. Yeah. I mean, I remember my brothers and sisters watch it, like little brothers watching it. But John, thank you for the super chat. Then why does he struggle against zone coverage? It's actually simple. Just look up 23 zone coverage versus Hurts. Leave figured out. I have to go look at all the statistics, but I think some of it is for what they've asked him to do. I'm not saying he doesn't have weaknesses and doesn't have to improve in certain areas, but I also think that I also think that they have, for whatever reason, it felt like they really stopped trying to develop him a few years ago and just let him be. And I thought that was a mistake. I mean, I remember a few years ago, people said that he couldn't beat a Bulls defense. He couldn't beat the blitz. Then he goes out versus Tampa and he's like, what, 15 or 9 for 9 versus the blitz. So, I mean, let's see what he could do. I feel like if we go through this year and we have a decent coach at offensive coordinator, Nick kind of stays out of the way, I feel like then I can agree with you on certain things if it turns out that way. There's Cooper DeJean. Barkley and Goddard. Saquon Barkley and Goddard are both in year 9. Okay, wow. 9 years. Damn. We saw that already. Carter. Just trying to catch up here. It looks like that's pretty much about it for right now. Let's see here. And I appreciate John the super chat, man. I do. Tom Brady was not elite the first 7 years of his career. He wasn't talked about as the most talented, impressive quarterback of his era until later on. He didn't have a first 4K season until after 7 years. No, he wasn't a like big stat guy quarterback. He would just win big games. It's true. You know, I mean, I have to go look at like the numbers. You know, you hear so many numbers nowadays. It's like it gets to be too much. Like just numbers for everything. You can't make a cheesesteak without Cooper. Yeah, Sharp. Dak will not. No, I agree. I don't think Dak will get his ring. You know, I mean, look, for all the flaws you want to say Hurts has, the guy wins. You know, I mean, that's huge. Let me see here. Who's going to stand out today? That's what I want to know. Here we go. Can't wait till the drills start. 500 people are sleeping on Lemon because he's small receiver. Yeah, I think so. I think so. I can't wait to see him. I think he's going to be a really good slot receiver. I do. Is Sean going to do an interview today or still have yet to talk? Let me see. Let me check. I think he talks. Is it tomorrow or Saturday? Let me see. I think he might be talking after. Let me look it up. So you got Fangio today. You have Mannion speaks on Saturday. So Mannion speaks Saturday. Tomorrow is a walkthrough closed practice. So we won't be doing a practice stream tomorrow. We might still stream later in the day, but it won't be this early. So no practice stream tomorrow. Then we'll be back Saturday. Then they're off on Sunday. And there we go. What up, David? How are you? To be fair, Hurts does so. Yeah, it's crazy to me. Like, you want to say a guy has a weakness, fine. But, man, how does a guy suck that's literally taken a team to two Super Bowls as a starter? Is every time he goes to the Super Bowl because the team was great around him? I mean, that's a bunch of nonsense, too. Because if you're in the Super Bowl, most likely you have a decent team around you. Dak better than your quarterback. We love Dak is going to go off MVP loading. You're going to see. But, dude, Dak doesn't win big games. Jalen Hurts from college on wins big games. At the end of the day, when you look back at these guys' career, are you going to care about how many yards Dak threw in 2026? Or are you going to look and say, I remember who won the Super Bowl that year? That's the thing. At the end of the day, Dak does not win big games. Dak chokes, and he comes up in the moment small. Cowboy fans give him an excuse for years and years and years. And because they've given him an excuse, it's actually gotten worse. The guy talks a lot of shit about how he's going to do this and that, and they go nowhere. when you're down 37-0 every game, or you're down 28-0 at halftime most games, you're going to have to throw for a lot of yards. Lemon reminds you of Golden Tate. That's interesting. When you look back, people say, what a great running game you had. Yeah, but they're also going to say, what a great game Jalen Hurts had. And, it's not like they went to one Super Bowl. They went to two. They won the second one, but they went to two. Should have won the first one. He should have 2 rings. What are you going to do if he gets another ring? I don't understand why Cowboy fans, they look at their quarterback and all they care about is the stats and the numbers. They don't care about the wins or the playoffs. They say I can't believe the amount of excuses I hear. Well, Green Bay game, we had a lot of penalties. You just, they always have an excuse for something. Darnold had one of the best defense last year, but you don't hear the narrative of the defense carrying him to win like they do with Jalen. Yeah, because there's a lot of people invested in the fact that their take was to shit on Jalen, and they've been wrong, and they can't admit they're wrong. If you look at Darnold, and this is why I think Darnold's very underrated. I look at Darnold and I say he's underrated because Darnold was good on 2 separate teams. He didn't play good in that Minnesota Vikings playoff, but he redeemed himself the following year. But if you look at the season he had with the Vikings, I mean the guy showed that he can be a good quarterback. He proved himself. Dak, great player in the Belk Bowl. The Belk Bowl, yeah. See, and that's the other narrative. Like, Cowboy fans are always like, oh, you don't like Dak. You hate him. You just hate him. I don't hate him or think he's trash. I don't think he's trash. I actually think he's a good quarterback. I think he's on the upper echelon of quarterbacks in the NFL. I just don't think he's capable of winning big games because he has proved to come up small in games. And I hold him to the same criticism that we've held every Eagles quarterback since I was born. That's it. Dak is good, but he's not going to win a Super Bowl. Yeah. Mark said Coop and Q are going to take yeah, that whole conversation like yesterday was insane. This guy literally said that the reason the Eagles, Cooper DeJean and Q were good were because of Christian Parker. And now that Parker is with the Cowboys, you could expect Q and Cooper DeJean to take a step back. It's like, listen, he's a good coach, but you have to have talent, okay? You can't just go and play and not have talent. And then he's like, well, this team did it. Coaches did it with these guys and that guy. Yeah, coaches are important, but you can't tell me that guys don't have talent. He's really trying to say he really thinks that they're going to have a Cooper DeJean and Q on their team this year. Oh, there's some UR Bernard doing some bag duty here. Let me get that up. Matt, thank you for super chat. Dak didn't win shit in college either. I know. He hasn't won anything. And the thing is it's not like, I mean, you could say what you want about Josh Allen, but Josh Allen, I watched Josh Allen come off with the lead against the Chiefs in Kansas City in the playoffs in overtime. I've never seen Dak do anything like that in the playoffs. Matter of fact, I find it interesting that the Cowboys had such a great offense last year, but their red zone offense was horrible. Like why? Is Dak like tighten up when it gets tighter down there in the red zone, when the pressure gets a little tougher? I'm just saying. And Matt, thank you for the super chat. Nick Davis Super Chat goes, Dak being so cocky makes me hate him even more. I know. Well, last year he went up to the Rams owner and was like, we'll see you in the NFC Championship game. It's like, dude, you didn't make the playoffs. You know? I think Dak thinks being cocky is going to mask the fact that he chokes in big games. Screaming Paranoid David Super Chat. The Hurts talk is BS lies. He's Philly's winner, baby. He is. I think he looks good. I mean, I like what I've seen so far from him. You know, and we will see. See if we can get an update on what's going on here. I imagine the drills are going to start pretty soon. There's some Coop. Here you go. Cooper DeJean. Yeah, you know, he's a product of Christian Parker. You don't win. You don't have anything if Christian Parker wasn't his coach. That's really the narrative that the Cowboy fans are pushing. That basically Christian Parker is such a great coach. He made all these Eagles players, especially rookies, better. And now that those rookies are, you know, those players are without Christian Parker, the Christian Parker magic will be passed on to the Cowboy players, and our guys will actually start to stink again. It's absolutely insanity. Laughing my ass off. We still got Vic, and these dudes ultra talented. Yeah, I mean, you have to have. See, and that's what I'm saying. Like, what are the Cowboy fans going to do if they go out there and Dallas's defense stinks and gives up a lot of points, and Christian Parker, his defenses don't look that great. They're gonna blame him and try to run him off. And the truth is, he's got no talent. Who made before Coop and Q? Who made before what? I mean, those guys made themselves. They worked hard. They're talented. The coaching helps take them to a next level. No question about that. But the idea that, what Mark was implying yesterday, I thought was insane. That's why I was getting frustrated. If you lollipops can't see, we had historically bad defense last year. That was our downfall. We completely flipped the defense coaches and players. What have you flipped so much? Like, what so much of your defense have you flipped? I don't understand. And okay, you did have a bad defense last year. I don't look at Dak and go, well, Dak's the reason why you lost last year. But what about the other 10 years? Devontae Joe's he says ESPN is going to post drill info right now. It's started. Great. That's what we've been waiting for. All right. Well, and actually, while we're waiting for that to happen, I should take this moment to get a word from our sponsor before we get into the drills. We got 612 people. Make sure you hit that like. Make sure you subscribe. Appreciate it. It is the best app to use. Prize Picks is America's #1 sportsbook app. It is the best app to use while watching sports. Plus, the great thing about it, it is really easy to use. Just pick a few player stats and lock in your lineup, and boom, you're ready to go. Or if you prefer, you can now do Team Picks. Now, Team Picks is great. It opens up a ton of options, including picking wins, spreads, all sorts of things, as I'm going to show you in a second. Plus, Prize Picks is available in almost all 50 states, including California, Texas, and Florida. Now, as I was saying, when you look at the Team Picks, they often have a bunch of different options to choose from. One of the ones that I want to touch on today is the stage of elimination for football teams this coming season, specifically the Cowboys. Why? Because this is, to me, easy guarantee, okay? This is easy. I have the Dallas Cowboys. I am taking them to not make the playoffs. That's right. I am taking the Cowboys to not the playoffs, I'm locking in that lineup, and boom, it is ready to go. I love this play. I think this is a great guarantee. And if you like this or you want to do something similar, all you have to do is download the link in the description, download the app, and then use promo code HMA when you sign up. And if you play your first $5 lineup and you win, you'll get $150 in lineup credits. That's $150 in lineup credits. All you have to do is play your first $5 lineup and win. That's right. Just use promo code HMA. Link is in the description. Shout out to Prize Picks. All right, shout out to Prize Picks. We are now in the drills. Some interesting things already happening. So today you have Andy Dalton as quarterback number 2. Reek Woolen with a near pick on Jalen Hurts pass up the seam intended for Hollywood Brown. Ball went through the cornerback's hand. So Reek Woolen basically dropped an interception. We drop a ton of them. It always happens. And if you're wondering why we can't show it, there is no recording during Eagles practice when they do these. So we're stuck with having to get tweets. Let's see. Christian. See, Elliot Shore Park says. Let's see. So Jalen Hurts sacked. Hurts gets sacked by Jordan Davis on 11 on 11. Now, they don't actually sack him, but it would have been a sack. So Jordan Davis making his presence felt. Going up against the defense will definitely make the offense better. Defense dominated the first series with 2 sacks and a pass deflection, 0 completed passes. DeVonta Smith with back-to-back catches. First was over the middle for 15 yards. Second was a leaping grab along the sideline, both against Quinyon Mitchell. Interesting. So the defense stepped ahead of the offense. That is not surprising. That was something that you should expect. But it's good to see that DeVonta Smith over the middle again. He had a big catch over the middle in practice yesterday. So he's getting another one again. They're throwing over the middle more, and I like it. And then he gets his second one, was on the sideline versus Q. Jordan Davis with the sack. Jordan Davis is going to only get better and better, baby. You get Bland, Revel, and some guys who ran quarterback. Yeah, their corners are stink. Devontae minimum 1,400 yards. Woo! That's crazy. I don't disagree with you. I think Smitty is going to have a great year. I do too. I think a lot of people are going to be like, they're going to be like having to eat their words on DeVonta Smith, because a lot of people think DeVonta Smith isn't that good and he's just a product of being a 2. And it's just not the case. Let's see here. So what is this about? Let's share this tab here. So John Clark says, Saquon Barkley is going over the right plays with new offensive coordinator Sean Mannion. Hurts is under center most of the time with a lot of play action. Bigsby is also getting a lot of reps in practice. I love it. See, I love that they're under center. We don't do that enough, especially play action. And what really used to drive me nuts is when they would not run the ball well at all, and they would try to do play action anyways, and defenses would not bite. Let's see. Cole Payton with interception on back-to-back plays. First was not his fault, and it was a drop that popped up. Second, absolutely a poorly thrown ball. So the Cole Payton calls to start will be minimal. No, I'm just kidding. Nobody has done that yet, at least not what I've seen. Eagles rookie Cole Payton with back-to-back interceptions by linebacker Chance Campbell. First pick was a tip ball. Second one was Payton was throwing to Campbell up the seam. So bad pass. I forgot we have Epinenza. AJ Epinesa and Chance Campbell back-to-back interceptions on Cole Payton. First turnovers of training camp, back-to-back picks by Payton. Everybody's talking about the picks. So, that's all right. Iron sharpens iron. Who said that? Where is that? I agree. I don't know where that went, but I totally agree. Twitch, what's up? We got 618 people in the chat. Make sure you hit that like. Make sure you subscribe. Thank you. We're going to be doing this for every practice amongst a bunch of many other things. Smitty has missed one game in his career. Give me a break. Yeah. Who said he can't stay healthy? Cowboy fans are the dumbest fans on earth. The fact that you miss the playoffs and you think Christian Parker taking you to a bowl, even though your quarterback can't get past the division round, is crazy insane. I don't know. I honestly, if you put what Mark says about Jalen Hurts and what I say about Dak Prescott, you would find out that I give him a lot more credit than Jalen Hurts gets from Mark. I like Tank too, man. Thank you. 1-2 punch with Tank. Yeah, I mean, Tank looked good yesterday, you know? All right, so Elliot Shore Park says, Jalen Hurts with a badly underthrown ball to DeVonta, who had a step going down the field. It's a touchdown with a better throw. So Jalen on a bad throw to DeVonta Smith. But it sounds like DeVonta is crushing it today, though. He's kind of like involved early and, geez, should have had a touchdown from what it's saying. I love these Eagles. $8,500. What do you think about letting Hollywood Brown or Elijah Moore? I love the idea, King Diego. Like, if they can do it, I'm all for it. Like, I really feel like that's a area in which we just ignore way too much. So yeah, man, I'm with you on that one. Smitty is cooking. Yeah, early on, we're hearing a lot of DeVonta Smith. Really, the first 2 days, DeVonta Smith's name comes up a lot, and it's going to. He's the number one guy now. We were going to eat a lot of rack in this offense. Remember, day 2, no pads. Yeah, no pads. Speaking of Jalen, I was thinking last night, how many games has he missed? He's always available. I think he's missed I don't know how many total. If I had to guess, I would say about 5 or 6, maybe, in his career. But I don't know. Oh yeah, the F grade's coming. I know, the F grade. Dude, that shit is hilarious to me. Like, I think it's ridiculous that Elliot Shore Parks does that, but I think it's hilarious. I can't stop talking about it. So shout out to him. I wonder what week Cowboy fans are going to be looking at the mock drafts this year. December 1st. What week is that? Lemon running cardio out there. 8,500. I would love you to have you as a guest on the Next Level Sports Lounge. What do you say? I would be honored. Yeah, I would be honored to be a guest. Thank you so much. I would be honored. I would love to. I appreciate you asking. Just reach out to me. We'll set something up. Tank getting some good reps. Yeah, he's going to be important for us. Yo, Denzel, 500. What's happening, my man? Just got to work, ready to hear about some Eagles football. Well, not much is happening, man. I'm doing good. I hope you're doing well. I would say offense a little shaky so far versus the defense, but I think that's expected. Hurts missed DeVonta on a what should have been a touchdown. DeVonta Smith has been impressive so far, but it seems like, oh, what the hell? All right. So Elliot Shore Park says the Eagles defense, first and second team, might have 8 sacks. 8 sacks. That's crazy. That's crazy. Now, I mean, obviously they don't tackle the quarterback because a lot of those plays Hurts to just go, take off. But, the offense, like people shouldn't panic or not expect the offense to struggle early on. It's a brand new offense. They've got to learn. The defense is miles ahead. Defense got pretty much all their coaches back, and, they're already good. So it's not a surprise, got to be a little patient with the offense. Now's the time they're working on timing. Missed throws are not negative. It's reps to improve one. I agree. And this is why my argument is going to be that you've got to play these guys in preseason. Like, you have to play them. You can't go, well, we had practice and that was a good amount of reps. Like, they need all the reps they can get, man. I don't want to go into the season week 1 with a brand new offense and your whole offensive team hasn't taken a snap in any preseason game. And then we're sitting there trying to learn a brand new offense while trying to just adjust to regular season football. And, that itself could take four games to get going. So, like, to me, like, you got to take advantage of preseason. So you look at Blue Virus's comment, fire. What do you mean? I thought I did. Every year it's a brand new offense. It seems like it, right? Seems like every year we're starting over on offense. Vic Fangio beats the scheme every year. Of course, he's not struggling against it in camp. No, he's not going to struggle against it. It's just we shouldn't be. Nobody should be worried. The line ain't banging it out with pads either. Yeah, that's true. No pads. No nothing right now. Let's see here. Let's see what we got. Tank Bigsby shows his burst again on a big play. Curious how this materializes. Can the Eagles play more 21 packages to get him on the field, or does he remain a change of pace? I would love to see both running backs on the field at the same time. That would always be a cool thing to see. But I just don't know if they'll do it, But yeah, it looks good, man. I was happy when you drafted a rotational edge and not Chris Johnson, the corner. When you drafted a rotational edge, what pick? What are you talking about? Dallas? 21,000 backs. That would be crazy. That would be really crazy. I mean, look, I think the Eagles are going to. If they run the ball well this year, I think it's over. I do. I think we go back to the Super Bowl. The offensive line to me is the key, And look, I got really too cocky last year going into last year because I was like, yeah, this offensive line is so good. People know what they're going to do. They just can't stop it. And it was wrong. I had to eat my words. Let's see here. Let's see here. So, you got Barkley, Tank Bigsby. Then you have, don't forget, they brought in Elijah Mitchell, and Dameon Pierce is here also, right? And then you still have Will Shipley and then Carson Steele. So they've got pretty deep running backs core. We know Barkley's 1. We know Bigsby's 2. Who's going to be the 3? I kind of like, at least a few years ago, I kind of liked Dameon Pierce early in his career. I don't know where he's at now, but they got a decent running back group. Yeah, Elijah Mitchell is nice. Lawrence, every bit as advertised. Yeah. Do you agree the offense looks better this training camp than last year's? It's too early to tell. It's too early to tell. But I will say Cameron Williams is being carted off, by the way. So injury update. Cameron Williams being carted off. Jeez. Well wishes to him. Hate to see that. It's too early to tell. I mean, the offense, it's going to take them some time. What I will say is that the players on offense, everybody looks like they're in tremendous shape. Damn it. Cameron Williams. O-line is capable of the O-line is capable keeping a standard if healthy. They were the second pass protection last season, 7th overall. Injuries messed up the run game. I think injuries messed up the run game and being too predictable. I think defenses knew where they were running too many times, and the unwillingness to do like play action. Those kind like especially early on in the year, like why wouldn't you line, coming into last year when you have Barkley with 2,000 yards, everybody's worried about Barkley. Why wouldn't you do play action with Hurts and take advantage of the threat of that run game at the time? Like they just completely didn't do things like that. So I think that people are going to be surprised about how inept the coaching was. Yeah, man, prayers up to him. Hey, 500, it's the cigar guy. I sent you some a while back. Just finished radiation treatment for prostate cancer, free and clear. Well, man, God bless that you're free and clear. I'm really thankful to hear that, man. And yeah, man, thank you for those cigars of the past. And I'm glad that you're free and clear, man. Jeez, that's tough. I hope you're feeling better as well, man. But congratulations on being free and clear, man. God bless you. And thank you for being here. Yeah, he fell off. He had some injuries. That's true. What's up with the Jonathan Grenard? Dr. Philly, they said he's going to miss most, if not all, of training camp, which to me, I do think it's kind of concerning. I don't think it's worth panicking about, but it looks like he may be back for week 1. That's in question too. The issue is going to be he's going to be far behind because he was about to do a lot of things he didn't do before. Fangio had plans for him, things that he just hadn't done. Now he's going to be playing catch up. But like I said before, Nolan Smith, man, take advantage of the situation. It's his moment too. So they say Cameron Williams was slow to get up after a play, briefly looked like he might get carted off. Now he's walking to the injury tent. So it looks like he didn't get carted off. That's good news. And he walked to the injury tent. So let me see if I could pull that one up. Let's see. All right. So first injury camp, Williams headed to the tent with trainers. Brian Dawkins is at camp. Shout out to B-Dawk. So, correction, he didn't go inside, just to the medical tent. So, Cameron Williams is hurt. Cart came out for him, but he didn't hop on it. Walking slowly inside now. And then, correction, he didn't actually go inside. He went in the tent. So, no cart, no inside. He just walked to the tent. So, I think that's good news that he wasn't carted off. Let me catch up here. Hi, Dr. Philly. Yeah. They may be looking for offensive tackle. Who's that? Who may be looking at us? Even level-headed Dow fans ignore him. Who? Cameron Williams, not Cam Jurgens. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, Cameron Williams, not Jurgens. Williams is likely a practice squad player this year. No real loss. He's project player. Yeah, I just hate to see anybody get lost, who get hurt. Markel Bell, No, I haven't heard anything on Bell yet, but I'm excited about Bell. I'm excited about this offensive line, really. So let's see here. Well, that's a little bit of good news that Cameron Williams wasn't carted off. It looks like maybe they pause everything right now while they're dealing with it, I guess. We need to blitz more and pressure quarterbacks more, but we should bring Becton back. Yeah, is Becton still a free agent, or did he sign somewhere? Did he sign with Carolina? Did he sign with somebody? I thought Becton signed, but if he's available, I would have brought him in. See, I think with Becton, I think that was a Stoutland special. Like, I think if Stoutland was still the offensive line coach, Becton would be here. We got 658 people in the chat. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. What do you think about Arnold Bicchetti? I can't pronounce his name. I don't know a lot about him, to be quite honest with you. But from what I've heard and seen, it looks like he could be a wild card. Like, he looks like the type of guy that Vic Fangio gets a hold of and, make some adjustments on what he's done or maybe the position or how they use him, and he blossoms. Like, it would not surprise me if he becomes this year's Zach Bowen, because I do think he's got some upside, Due to Lane's, Jurgens, and Dickerson's health last year, the Eagles should go heavy on offensive line in terms of roster spots. We can go light at running back with 3 and wide receiver 5. I agree. I totally agree. I think wide receiver depth is a huge thing for the Eagles. Like, they desperately need to make sure they have enough depth there. Especially with all those injuries. As soon as I get an update, we will pull it back up. Let's see here. So Hurts with a nice pass to Goddard for about 15 yards. There you go. Goddard could have another big year, man. I would love Goddard to play a whole season. Okay, let's see. So now finally, Williams is finally headed inside. Dave Zangaro says, offensive tackle Cameron Williams was down after the play in team drills, got checked out by trainers on the field. Williams is now hobbling on his own power off the field to the medical tent. Then he headed inside. They don't like Becton. Is that really what it is? His knees? Due to Lane, I think I read that one. Becton was trash last year in this type of. He was very bad. I feel like Becton needs Stoutland. If Stoutland's there, I think Becton is worth getting. But I don't think they're going to bring him in. Unless there's injuries or something. Bird Gang, thank you for the super chat, my man. Sup, Philly? Sorry I'm late. What's going on with our Eagles? Man, I appreciate it. We had Cameron Williams went down with an injury. I would say so far in camp, it looks like today's practice, the defense is ahead of the offense. Hurts, he missed a few passes. He made some good ones. DeVonta Smith looks like an absolute stud. And apparently the Eagles defensive line they said 8 sacks, which just tells me that the quarterbacks are holding the ball too long. So that's kind of where we are. It's really hard. Like when they say, a guy had a sack in practice, it's really hard to make a judgment when they don't have pads. I kind of went off a little bit because of Jalen Hunt yesterday with that. I was just excited about Jalen Hunt beating Mulata and Lane. I just need one good lemon catch and I can enjoy my day. There you go. Well, hopefully we can get it. Lemon's going to make a catch. It's happening. He's gonna actually catch a touchdown. You watch. He's going to get a touchdown. That's what I predict. Let's see. Yeah, nothing yet. No updates. It's kind of getting quiet. Hurts needs to get the ball out. Yeah, he does. He's got to. I think that's one of the things that you can actually criticize him for sometimes. He holds the ball too long. You know, when Hurts, when he bails to the right, you know, that drives me nuts because there's so many times where all he has to do is step up in the pocket. You know, I want to see that fixed. What's up, Javon? How are you? Smitty going to have a JSN type year if he's getting this much attention in the regular season. Yeah, you could be right. Yo, Philly, they posted Darius Cooper diving catch for. Oh, really? I want to see it. Where is it? Let me see if I can find it. Oh, I got it. I got it right here. I got it. I'm going to post. I haven't watched it yet. Let's see. Get the music going. And then let's put this thing on. So that's Darius Cooper's catch yesterday. Darius Cooper, I love him. I really want him to make this team. Nice catch. Cooper DeJean's cover him too. That's on DeJean. So that's a nice throw, nice catch. You see Jahad Campbell wearing number 11. Nice catch, Coop. I'm a big fan of Darius Cooper. No question about it. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can get more updates here. Remember, tomorrow is a walkthrough. So they're saying Brandon Lee Gowton saying, hold on. Brandon Lee Gowton saying 2 days of Eagles training camp, 2 days of Tank Bigsby making big plays while getting some reps with first team too. So that's cool. He's getting some first team reps. I really like that. He got real game time last season. Darius got a real chance. I think he does because I think he's talented. And listen, if you let's say you have, you know, a guy like Hollywood Brown. I'm just going to use Brown as an example. But like, let's say you have camp and the fourth receiver spot, the best two guys to win that position are between Hollywood Brown and Darius Cooper. Well, to me, if it's even close, you've got to go with the young rookie guy. And that's how I think Darius Cooper could sneak his way on this team. It's going to be interesting to see how he does early. And if he starts, ascending the depth chart, maybe we got our stud right there. You know what I mean? Clark, I had an update. Let me see if I can find it. Yep, you're right. Here we go. Thank you, my man. Appreciate it. Dontavian Wicks just made a great catch on a deep ball, leaping in the air and beating out 2 defenders. That's what I want to hear. I'm telling you, that kid, his rookie year, I thought he was going to be a stud. And I think a change of scenery. Look, the Eagles gave him more money, and they gave him an extension. They obviously liked the kid. There's something there with Wicks. Hurts with an awesome throw. You hear that? Hurts with an awesome throw. Was under center, rolled to his left, kept his eyes down field, and hit Wicks on a 50-50 ball, 30 to 40 yards downfield. Great catch by Wicks to come up with it over 2 defenders. Now, see, that pumps me up. Here's what I like about this play. He's under center, which I want to see more of, and they rolled him out to his left. How many times have we talked about, especially like if you were with me in my streams, how many times have we talked about they don't roll Hurts out ever? They don't roll him out, and I don't understand why you don't. But they rolled him to the left. He played it perfectly, made a great throw, and then Wicks makes a great catch. That shit gets me pumped up right now. That gets me excited because I know that they can add those things to this offense. Dontavian Wicks made a nice leaping catch on a deep ball from Jalen Hurts. Wicks adjusted to an underthrown pass and out-muscled 2 Eagles defenders. Who were the defenders, though? I do want to know that. But that's good, man. That's a good sign. We will take that. Let me see here. Chubby, thank you for the super chat, my man. Because I'm telling you, the offense looks better. No, I don't disagree with you necessarily. I'm just saying, like, in terms of how they're performing, I just feel like it's too early for me to tell people. However, I think as a whole, I think they're already better. Hurts rolling left is a credit to Mannion. It is. And you're going to see that, you know? They expect right. That's a good thing. Cole is huge, though, so I'm giving him credit. Yeah, I hear you. One said awesome throw, other said underthrow. Philly media boy. Oh, really? Yeah. You know, it depends who said it, I guess. But the thing is you know, on a deep throw like that, I mean, he's going up between 2 defenders, so it's a 50-50 throw, anyways. So you know, I don't know. But what I like about the play is that they used play action and they rolled them out. That's nice. You can roll Hurts to the left and you can roll him to the right. They need to play preseason 500. They need actual game reps. I know. I was talking about that, Crowley, earlier. Man, I couldn't agree with you more. It's the truth. Let's see. So they're calling it the play of the day. The deep throw from Hurts down the left sideline that Wicks rise above Wisniewski and Bennett to make the catch inside the 5. Vic Fangio says Zach Ball will be the Eagles. Yeah. So I forgot to mention that. Fangio said in his press conference that Bond is going to be the defensive signal caller, which is not a surprise at all. Bernard is going to start this year. You think he's going to start? We'll see. 500 Hunt said Joshua is the player to watch out for on the defense. Okay. I'll have to keep my eye out on him. I haven't heard anything on him so far. He's definitely not starting this year, but you will see him in preseason. Yeah, I just want him to make the team. You know, I don't care if you have to stash him, whatever you have to do, but he needs a few years to develop. You can't expect that kid like to never have played football and then like get on the field and be impactful. It's going to take time. His first preseason game, he may be completely lost and look horrible, and everybody's going to be like, "Oh, he stinks. Get rid of him." You've got to be patient with him. You know, whatever he does on the field, that's like his starting point. We don't even know where his starting point is really yet. So we just got to be patient with him. Yeah, I agree. It is. But, you know, I was thinking more along the lines of you rotate out to there, you stop, set, and then throw. Not throw on the run as much as roll, stop, set up, and then throw. I'll be shocked if we play starters, even though I want them. I would be too. I don't think they're going to play the starters. I don't understand it, but I agree. I don't think they will, and they should. Dak can teach Hurts how to roll to the right. Hurts can teach Dak how to win a big game. Well, now he can't actually teach him that. You're born with that. Eagles edge A.J. Epinesa on the field for his first practice as a member of the team. He'll have a chance to earn a role with Grenard. He will. He's another guy. Like he has a door open up to him. I think he had an interception, they said today. So, you know, he made an impact. Third interception of the day. Cole Payton's having a rough one, man. So, Eagles rookie quarterback Cold Payton, with his third interception today. This one's a short pass to edge Sean James newbie. Okay, a day after looking pretty sharp in a developmental period, Peyton throws another pick, his third of the day. This one from 7th round pick, Keyshawn James newbie. Yeah, and Epinesa and Chance Campbell had the other two. So, a rough day for we'll call him Cold Peyton today. But, you know, we'll see, you know. You are not going to start this year. Football is way too complicated to this level. Maybe next. I don't even think he starts next year. You know, he's got to develop. That's all. He needs time. Vic all but said Bernard ain't seeing the field this year. He didn't say that. Oh, Bernard, you are Bernard. I'm sorry. I was saying Grenard. No, you're right. He's not seeing the field this year. And I wouldn't expect him to. But I do expect him to play in preseason. Yeah, we still got Bennett. Need to resign Bond. I don't think they're going to resign Bond. I think Bond's going to play this year out. And I think you're going to see Jahad Campbell and Jeremiah Trotter Jr. take over. Bennett was has been disappointing. Really, you thought you were getting more from him, you know? Dingbat John, thank you for the super chat. What up, Dingbat? Go Birds. Go Birds is right, baby. Lou says football is back. When's the Hall of Fame game? Shots fired. What shots? What I missed? What happened? Tell me the shots. Tough day today, yeah, for Cole Payton. That's true. Nick treats the joint practices as exhibition. I know he does, and that's fine. But what I'm saying is you've got the exhibition, you got those joint practices, use them. But why waste the opportunity to get extra reps in and not play in preseason? These guys need reps. This whole offense needs reps. So why not take advantage of both? I'm not saying play him the whole game, but give him something. Yeah, I forgot we had him too. 500, my hot take is Eagles will have a top 5 offense and defense this year. If they have a top 5 on both sides of the ball, we're winning the Super Bowl. I love Philly 500. He does read his chats. Love and respect your. Hey, Riz, thank you, man. I appreciate it. I just apologize that I can't get everybody. I miss people what they're saying, and I always feel bad about that. Cold Wentz, yeah. Bro's a beast, so he might be a great edge after all. Could be. Bird Gang, thank you for the super chat. 500 the next time Seals says our offensive coordinator has never called plays. Tell him that at one point the greatest offensive coordinator hadn't called plays before. You got to start somewhere. Yeah, I know. I know. I feel like I saw somebody said, like, man, sometimes Philly, you entertain these questions that are just on the surface. They're just BS to start with. And I'm thinking, yeah, you're kind of right. I do. But it's just like sometimes I get just sick and tired of trying to answer the same question 1,000 times. It's just like, how many times do you do it? I mean, we've talked about Mannion never called a play. Okay, he never called a play. But Patullo stunk. Like, Patullo, to me, was, like, historically bad. I truly believe it. I would rather take a chance on Mannion. And they act like Mannion. They act like that the Eagles don't know what they're doing. Like, how come they can't be looking at Mannion going, this guy's got tremendous upside as a coach. Let's get him in here now. I don't understand why they can't do that. But thank you, Bird Gang. UR needs to be in preseason to see how he's developed. I think he needs to be in preseason, like, so that you can get a starting point. You know what I mean? Get a starting point of where you're at on tape to start building them up. They really don't give any credit, evidently, to Epinenza's interception. It was a diving catch off a deflection. Well, I mean, if it was a diving catch and he's you got to give him some credit, no? I don't know. I mean, that's how I look at it. Let's see here. See what Elliott Shore Parks is saying. He hasn't updated. I'm expecting practice they're going to announce it's over soon. So based upon what we've seen today, who's your standout? Yeah, I think it might have to be Dontavian Wicks on that catch. $500. I don't worry about players and what they do in camp or preseason or in regular season because guys need time. We can't overreact to what happens in camp. Am I wrong? By the way, I'm 8. No, you're not wrong. You are very right. You shouldn't overreact. I mean, look, it matters in terms of, like competing for positions and stuff like that. But, yeah, we can't overreact. Like, you might see a lot of people overreact today and say the defense is ahead of the offense. Even, let's say, if the defense is ahead of the offense all week, you're going to get a lot of people start to panic. And there's no need to. Marshall Chambers, my man. Shout out to Marshall. Man, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, man, for the super chat. And keep giving Mark shit. Keep it, man. Keep at his neck. I love it, man. I love it. Don't worry, 500. I got your back with Seals and Mark, man. Thank you. I mean, like, sometimes it's just like I'm answering the same question different ways. And it's just like, I don't know how many times I can answer it. And then it's always like, well, like, what if this is the situation? It's like, but that isn't the situation. When Mark tried to say that the Eagles, Cooper DeJean, and Q could very well take a step back because Christian Parker was the guy that developed them, I lost it yesterday. That was too ridiculous for me. But Marshall, man, thank you so much for the super chat, man. I appreciate it. I think they might be done. It seems like it. Iron sharpens iron, though. It does. Usually when they do a walkthrough the next day, so tomorrow's a walkthrough. If it's not too hot, they usually practice a little longer. So, this stream is going on longer than yesterday's. And that doesn't surprise me at all. So yeah, but probably towards the end. Yeah, Smitty or Wicks. Yeah, Smitty. I mean, it seems like DeVonta Smith is very active early on. And it's good. And shout out to Marshall, man. Once again, man, I appreciate that super chat. Thank you for having my back. Q-Tip, thank you for the super chat. What's up, Philly? In all honesty, what kind of season do you expect from Hurts this year? I expect Hurts to have, in all honesty, I feel like Hurts is going to have the best to second best season of his career. I think he's going to have a great season. Like the year he had with Steichen, right, where he was runner-up. Like, I think it's going to be on that level. Like, I think Hurts has been dying for an offense that will utilize the short passing game, utilize the things around him, and not try to force him to do like only two things. And I think Hurts is going to actually flourish. So I think this is going to be one of the better years of his career, like season-wise. And then you see him come into camp, and he looks like he's got that burst he might not have had for a few years. He looks great. And thank you for a super chat, Q-Tip. Is Hollywood? I don't know. I didn't see the injury report, so I have to assume he is. John Davis super chat. That's true. They could, without saying they will. True. Thank you, my man. Philly Eagles. Are you to keep doing great things? Dallas still stinks. Funny thing about the Dallas is that their defense sucks 500. It's okay. I like the Eagles and Dallas. My Nana likes the Cow. Okay, Shane, thank you, man. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. This trade camp is going to be very competitive between the offense and defense in about 2 to 3 weeks. Just wonder, are we going to start panicking when the offense gets better than – yeah, well, that's always the reverse, isn't it? It's like it always starts out, then, the defense is ahead of the offense and people panic. And then all of a sudden it switches and it's like, wait a second, the offense had a great day, or a great week. How come they're doing so good against this defense that's supposed to be really good? It always happens. They'll always find an excuse to panic over something, Phil, you streaming? I'm gonna try to work it out, roll Philly Dogs. Like, it won't be every game or anything like that, but I'm gonna try. I don't know how I'm going to make it fit in. Most of those games start at like 4 my time, so it's always hard. So I'll see what I can do. Once football season ends, probably definitely then. But during football season, I don't know how much I will. Jalen will ball out this year. I agree. Are you Dr. Philly? Are you a real doctor? Doctor. Yeah, man, I only watch Jacob now when you're on there. Can't take the constant negativity. Goalpost moving for you. Oh, thank you, Bird Gang, man. I appreciate that. I love Sills, though. I mean, I love the guy, but he can't admit when he's wrong, though. I think Mark and him have set Dallas up for complete and utter failure. And I think they're set up for torture. And I am going to be relentless on them this year. Like when it matters and Mark is like, doing his mock drafts, I am going to be relentless. So the read option is done. Can do it without a passing game. Well, I mean, I still don't know that he won't use it sometimes, but I think Hurts is ready, to not do it. I mean, if they do it, great, and I think they'll do it a little bit. I do. I don't think they're not. I don't think they're going to do it as much as they did, but I still think they'll use it at times. I honestly think Jalen will be MVP year, and he won't have to rush for 500-600 yards either. Yeah, I mean, I think he's going to be up there, like in terms of being a candidate. See, the way I see it is, how many times, and people that stream with me, how many times do we watch a game and we talk about like They don't use the running back out of the backfield. They don't utilize the short passing game. Like, there are so many times that they're running the ball. The defense knows where you're running the ball, and you go right to the area and zone where the defense is ready, right? But if you look at the receivers on the outside, their corners are 10 to 15 yards back, and they never just throw a quick short passing game. You never see the receiver just take 2 steps, turn around, catch the ball, could run for another 5 or run a quick slant. Like, they don't utilize a short passing game. Tom Brady, especially, we talked about him early, about him early in his career. He lived on the short passing game. Like, Jalen Hurts, if he could start using the short passing game effectively, if the Eagles start doing that, then all of a sudden you're going to see his passing numbers go up, and they're going to look like everybody else's, and all of a sudden it's going to look much better. The reason why, in my opinion, they don't he doesn't have, like, some of his numbers are like skewed down in passing wise, is because they don't do things like throw short passes. They don't do things like that. Like, there's nothing wrong with a 2-yard pass on first down or a 3-yard pass on first down, because a lot of times they can pick up the extra yards after the catch. They never give him the easy, quick passes. They never do that with Jalen. You tell me why they don't. And then people say, well, Jalen can't do it. I don't believe that. You're not going to convince me the guy can be the best deep ball thrower in football, and he can't throw a 2-yard pass. I don't believe it. So if they use that short passing game, Hurts' numbers are going to look a lot different. And then all of a sudden, people are going to start seeing what we've been talking about. I think the offensive coaching, I think that they wanted to do only certain things. I don't think that a lot of the players on the offense last year liked what they did. And I think they were predictable. And whether they thought Hurts could or couldn't do something, I don't think they knew what the hell they were doing. I really don't. So you add that short passing game, I think, to the Eagles' offense, I think it'll change a lot of things. I mean, that's just my opinion, but we'll see. All right, here we go. So practice is over, and we do now have the Elliott Shore Parks Day 2 stats for Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts training camp stats Day 2. It was a tough day to be Jalen Hurts. The Eagles defensive line won the day against the Eagles offensive line. And as a result, Hurts was under pressure for a good portion of the day. He was probably sacked 3 to 4 times in 11-on-11. He had 2 throws that defined the day. His long completion to Wicks in double coverage wasn't perfect, but there was a lot to like. You said this guy literally just said he made an amazing pass. And then 11-on-11, DeVonta got open about 40 yards downfield. He stepped up 2 defenders as he streaked across the field, an average throw, and it's a touchdown. But it fell incomplete, and it was thrown easily short. Hurts luckily wasn't intercepted. So Hurts was 11 of 15, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and he got a grade of a C. And this is why this whole thing is bullcrap. Literally, Elliott Shore Parks just said that he made a lucky throw or whatever. He literally said earlier it was a great throw. Look what he says here. This is what I mean. He says his longest completion today, he gave Wicks a chance. Wait, he said the pass wasn't perfect, but there was a lot to like about it. So it wasn't perfect, right? And then earlier, I forget where it is. He says it was a great pass. Let me see. I'm trying to find out what he said. Okay, so he said Hurts with an awesome throw. So the awesome throw is now a lucky throw. So, I mean, that's what you're dealing with these guys, man. But camp is over for the day. And it's very hard for me to say the defensive line won the day when they don't have pads on and they're not. Like, how do you really judge that? Kyle Shanahan says it is stupid. It's stupid, but it's kind of funny. You know, I bring it up because I just think it's hilarious. I think it's crazy. Why do Patriot fans keep posting fake videos saying they get their passes? I don't know. I don't know what they want us to say. Like, I don't know. I don't get them, dude. I don't get them. But let me thank everybody for being here. Real quick, let me take care of some business. Check this out. Real quick. What's the one money lesson you wish you learned earlier that you're trying to pass down to your kids? For all of the parents out there with teenagers, we already know you're trying to keep a million different things under control. Believe me, I got 2 teenagers myself. It's tough. Well, guess what? CashApp is here to help. Make sure your teen's money and their spending isn't adding to the craziness. With CashApp card available to teens 13 to 17 with a sponsorship by an eligible parent or a guardian, every transaction triggers a real-time notification for you to see, empowering your teen to practice independence while giving you a peace of mind by keeping track of their spending. You can also manage everything from your own Cash App account without having to switch between the two. It's beautiful. It makes it simple to stay connected to your teen's financial activity in a way that's both efficient and empowering. Now, finally, no one, and I mean no one, wants unnecessary surprises. With Cash App, there are no monthly fees, no minimum balance requirements, and no hidden charges when sending or receiving money. With the Cash App card, you and your teen's balances receive 24/7 fraud monitoring, and if the card ever gets lost, you have the ability to lock their card right from your phone in just one tap. New Cash App customers can earn $10 if they use code FAMILY10 in their profile at sign up and send $5 to a friend within 14 days. That's FAMILY10 in the profile and send $5 to a friend within 14 days. Terms apply. Cash App is a financial service platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cash App's bank partners. Prepaid debit cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Cash App Visa debit flex cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC, and the Bancorp Bank N.A. pursuant to a license from Visa USA Incorporated. See terms and conditions for Sutton prepaid cards, Sutton debit flex cards, and Bancorp debit flex cards. Savings provided by Cash App, a Block Inc. brand. Visit cash.app/legal/podcast for full disclosures. All right, shout out to Cash App. We appreciate it. We really, really do. And before we get out of here, because we got guys speaking today. So who do we got? And I want you guys to be able to check out the press conferences because they're speaking. You got Campbell, Goddard, and Mulata speaking today. So that should be interesting. Dallas 505, thank you for the super chat. Hey, Philly, I'm in the Port of John at work watching Cowboys year. My boy, I'll be home opener and touring the stadium on the 20th of September. Man, well, get out of that porta potty as quick as possible, dude. And wash your hands. But yeah. I mean, yeah, you most time you can put the Cowboys season in the toilet, you know. But no, that's cool, man. I'm glad that you're going to be able to go and see the stadium and stuff. Very, very cool, man. Shout out to you and thank you for that. I appreciate it. All right, guys. Yeah, I'm going to end this now. There will be no stream for practice tomorrow because it's a closed walkthrough. We may stream later in the day, or I'll have a video, one or the other, but nothing early in the morning. We'll be back Saturday because they'll be back at practice. But go ahead, check out the press conferences and all that kind of stuff. I got to head to work. And with that, love you guys. Miss yous already. And yeah, I will see yous later. Peace.
2 minutes to go. You have plenty of time.
Come on.
Oh, shit! Dad! No!
It's over. It's over. This game is over. Cut it off. It's over.
Fuck.
Congratulations, Green Bay. Congratulations, Green Bay. Congratulations, Green Bay.
I said run the ball.
Congratulations, Green Bay. Dak Prescott, you need to be fired today. That was on you, Dak. That was on you, Dak. That was on you, Dak.
I said run the ball.
That was on Dak Prescott. Trying to feed the lamb. You tried to feed the sea lamb. You got to give it to C. Lamb. God! It's over. It's over, Dak. Put Trey Lance in the game. Trey Lance can't do worse than you.
I'm an idiot because I buy into this shit. I buy into this shit. Because here's the thing. I am a grown-ass man. And I talk the talk. It is killing me.
I feel it coming. I feel like it's going to take Jerry Jones taking it. Cut it off. It's over.
Fuck.